There we go. Oh, gotta be careful there. Alrighty. Whew. I completely forgot that because I've got a new keyboard, everything is a mess in terms of all the shortcuts that I'm normally used to because a bunch of the keys are not even labeled on this one. So here I am, a couple of minutes late. Sorry about that, but ah. I also didn't get a chance to do a sound check, so let me know if the audio is messed up or anything. You suppose that one looks okay. Alrighty, so I have been getting my hands on a bunch of new eidolons, and I have done none of their new wishes. Well, some of them I have, but I've got a ton of eidolon wishes that I need to get to, so I thought today's the day. At the very least, I'm going to try and knock out a bunch of them. I'll start with these cuties I got up here, although I don't know that we can do mana parasites today. And I'll just throw on the Genshin soundtrack like I normally do. Teeny bit quieter. I should have done this before I started, I'm sorry. Alrighty, so I'm pretty sure I grabbed the knife for cooking, so we'll get started with just the... Yeah. Oh, and I got lucky this morning when I was thinking Eidolon's already got a fragment today. There we go. Alrighty. So, what was it we're going for first? Yeah, we're just gonna go in order here on hers. English breakfast tea, that requires grapes. Should have the database open here. I think I like gathering grapes in... Oh wow, my database is loading really slowly today. I wonder if that's me or if it's the database. Anyway, probably star sand? You know, we can get grapes from Navia, though. Where are my collector's tokens? Not bad. Yeah, we'll just get the grapes from Navia, then. Music is one track too late to start desert sounding stuff. No, I guess it's the basic level. Hello, Donut! Wah! So, just kind of knock out some wishes today, but also I'm on a new keyboard, so I am not super comfortable with where all the buttons on this keyboard are. I think that should be enough. 15? Yeah. I should have done this while we had the bonus production on. It's gonna be Ventos, I think. 15, so I guess we need like 8 for double production. It shouldn't be too problem. It shouldn't be too problematic. I mean, I don't think I need to pull out the cooking pet. Oh, that was the wrong item. Level 50 after 5 hours? It's pretty good. Focus mode. Level 50 after 5 hours. I kind of want to check. Hold on a second. I'm just going to quickly reference one of my older live streams here. How long did it take me to get to level 50? Doo-doo-doo. 5. Doo-doo-doo. Oh wow, it's actually been quite a while since I've done a live stream for Level Up Rush. The Copy Me one doesn't count because that was... Yeah, it was a very distracting live stream with all the stuff going on in World Jack. Grenadier, there we go, Grenadier. Okay, I guess it was on the level 50 maps around 3 hours in. So it took you slightly more than, or a little bit around 2 hours more than me. Are you on the level 50 maps or just you got to level 50? And sorry, I'm gonna have to focus a little bit while I'm doing the cooking mini here. Every time I fail the cooking, I have to do another one and get more ingredients. Okay. There we go. Just got 50. Making good progress, though. Have you been doing all like the extra green quests on the maps or the oddities and stuff? Because I completely skip that when I'm doing mine because obviously I've done them on earlier characters. Oh shoot! Focus, focus, focus. I should probably turn my mouse back on, but... Should I use some offensive skills for Bard or just for heals and stuff? Well, for the most part, I think you'd be fine to just use your healing skills because those buff your attacks, but hold on a second, where's my skills? But depending on, I don't remember what your main class was, but depending on your main class, which one of these is it? I think it's under Masteries. Depending on your main class, and this isn't very good advice for late game, but for early game, you can use the Mastery for Song of the Full Moon to decrease your target's defense a bit. In late game, not a great idea, and you might have a really good one for Reaper there. I'm not super familiar with Reaper's Masteries because I haven't played mine much, but you might be able to switch that to defense minus 8% just for the time being. It's just an easy swap, right? And then if you use Song of the Full Moon, you can debuff your targets quite a bit. But if you're doing fine with just the heals, you don't really need that debuffing. It's just an option. But otherwise, no, you don't really need to use the offensive skills that much. I think only the ambient drone here, because it's the area of effect stun. glad I brought my knife. I think last time I didn't bother grabbing my knife item, and then I had to do this on the, basically the hardest speed. Yeah, I'll just throw some more links on. It's still 5-minute links, so... should be able to finish all the links by the time we're done for the day. Cup of coffee in one hand. At least this can be done with the mouse, that way I don't have to use my keyboard, oh boy. Managing inventory space. As far as inventory space goes, are you making a full use of your bank? A lot of the items that you're getting in the early game aren't going to be worth keeping, with the exception of those packs that you get as you level up. So there's the one that you got from Port Scandia that you've been opening since level 10, and then there's one that you got in the mail at level 30 that you'll be opening until level 80. Every 10 levels it'll give you another pack every to open. Make sure you're putting stuff in your bank, because a lot of that stuff is pretty useful later on, but it does take up a lot of space right now. So in your bank, on your personal storage, you're going to have like a full inventory window like this that you can save the stuff on. But things like armor and weapons from the low levels, I would say just sell them all off to the NPCs, or go ahead and turn them into fragments so you can save that up to fortify your own gear later once it's worth it. Yeah, the scrolls, definitely stow those away inside your personal bank. And I mean, you're still pretty low level, so it's not like it'll be fast to do it. But your other option, of course, is to create another alternate character, so you can get another one of these personal warehouses. As you can see, mine is always a mess. But if you make new characters, you can create alternates. You can just use the personal storage that's always by default the biggest size, and obviously store a bunch of stuff there. Don't forget to take advantage of these ones too. So if like you've got secret stones you're saving up, you can throw them in there. If you've got some costume items that don't go in your archive, like the green ones that you really like and you want to keep, you can put them in there. My inventory is entirely a mess too, so I get it. If you want bags, it'll probably be pretty expensive to buy them off players even when they're in Paragon, and I don't know about spending LP on bags. Because you can get bag expansions in the LP store, but you might want to save those for other stuff, right? Like you can buy these 5-slot backpacks. For example, if you've got these login bonuses of the LP, you might have enough to grab one, but I don't know if you want to use it on backpacks. I think backpacks were about 200 to 300 gold, the 20-slot ones. Once you get a couple of those, your inventory is much easier to manage. Right, back to cooking. Oh, also the these scrolls, the level 1 to level 9 scrolls, don't keep too many of those on hand. There's really easy ways to farm them in some dungeons. They'll open up for you at Kaktakara around level 50, actually. Might be too tough to do right now, but later when you actually need to fortify your gear, if you're low on the basic level scrolls, you can head over there and farm them, like, way more than you'll ever need really easily. Hey, Avisu! S level! Stuck at S level 3. Daily quests. Don't forget to do your dimension halls and the blue daily quests if you're not running dungeons. Personally, I don't really like running dungeons, so that's how I get on the grind. But those quests that are on the maps that are like head over to a couple spots or defeat a certain number of mobs, those actually give a really high amount of experience considering what you're doing. There we go, that's all of that. Alright, Moonlight Sonata. That needs spores. Do I not have spores? Whoop, whoop, whoop. You're gonna see how terrible I am at typing now. Alright, so Midday has some. Midday has some somewhere? Oh, she's got 35 of them. I do about... normally I like to say I do 5% experience per day on my late level characters, but I think that in about half an hour of daily quests, you could probably get upwards of... With a Dimension Hall and daily quest, you could probably get upwards of like 10% just from daily quests and Dimension Hall at level S3. Midday's got those spores. Oh shoot, I actually had a chart of how much experience I was getting from Dimension Halls. Where did it go? You know, I was actually really curious as to exactly how much experience I was getting on each one of my Dimension Halls, and I don't remember why, but I started taking logs of how much experience each one was giving me. And I'm pretty sure S level 1 to 3 was like around 5% if you use one of the quest experience books. Now, where are those spores? There you are. I don't think I have anybody S level 3, but just for Arisu here, we quickly take a stop by on my little Reaper here. I do Dimension Hall on this Reaper only every day, but I just want to see how much experience it is. Because I can't find my chart. And don't... My gear is pretty bad here. It's level 70 gear, so don't think too much about how long this is about to take me. Should I pull in an Eidolon to make it a little less suffering? Here. Oh right, I don't remember the hotkey for summoning an Eidolon where it is on this keyboard yet. So my keyboard doesn't have F keys, it doesn't have a numpad, and it doesn't have arrow keys. It's a very small keyboard, but it uses like layer combinations, like where you hold one button to unlock another layer kind of thing, so that you can actually still have all the effects. But I'm still getting used to it, so I'm going to be a little bit awkward for a while. My old keyboard is actually just right out of reach there, because I think I'll have to pull it out for like work and stuff. Alright, so we're just going to quickly hop in here and grab a quest experience book. I might have had one in my inventory. Yeah, I had some in my inventory. Whoops. So 90%, 95%. So straight up 5% right there on one quest with an experience book. I guess I have the carnivals on too, but that's not a ridiculous amount of experience. So yeah, I think in like half an hour you could get 10%. Hey, Grumpy! How many stats do I have from Eidolons at the moment? Specifically from wishes, or are you asking about archive? Aichi. Also, hello. Eidolon wishes. Well, we can open that up here. Not too shabby, I think. It's my Eidolon wishes stats. It's pretty good. I was like super up to date on all of my wishes when we moved over to X Legend. So like all of these old ones, they're like all completely done. It's pretty good, okay? Actually, I think it's pretty good. Alright, what else do we need for moonlight? Oh, we need grapes. Do I have enough? No, we need more grapes. I think this time I'm just gonna go gather some, because we don't need that many. Okay, what map is the food item from? I think we might have to go to Navia to get the food anyway, so whatever. Okay, so I put on the Genshin soundtrack because I like it, but, you know, it really doesn't fit the energy. You have 10% of that. Well, if you've been playing for only a year, technically, since I've been playing for over 10 years now, that means you're doing better than I am time to, results-wise. Summoning stones? I don't think I have any in my inventory. Can you give me the exact item name? Because I'm not 100% sure what you're talking about. That's not the right one. We need 10, right? Yeah. Wait during the area days, but more casual. Well, I was pretty big into archaeology back in the day because I was trying to get the archaeology costume, which is obviously the outfit that my model is in, so you know I love it. Kotona has a glistening summoning stone. I believe you need to go to the whatchamacallem for that. Hold on a second, I'm just gonna grab some more grapes. Do I have any on one of my other characters? Oh, item search. Summoning. Ah, yes, this item here. These ones, you gotta take these to the, actually I'll just run there, it's not too far. You gotta take them over to the temple solo mode. And then you can summon them in there. Actually, I don't know if you watched it, but there was a video I put out about Aura Kingdom Impact. When you get to level 90, you get this chest that'll give you, I think, 2 of them per day. So on one of my alt characters, I got those 2 per day and I saved them up and then I summoned them all at once. So you can watch me, like, absolutely destroy my inventory. Oh, I was so optimistic when I thought I had enough inventory spots. But anyway, you're gonna come over here to this well. You're gonna enter the solo mode, the Temple of Eidolons. And then you can grab one out of the chest for just an extra one. Oh, and of course I got the special spawn. Normally opening up one of these chests will give you one that you can spawn as well, but otherwise you can just right-click it to use it right in here. Just that there's a small probability of, instead of getting another summon item, you will get a special spawn. Why can't I recall her name? I don't know, it's the... Oh, there you go. It's Cecila that has a chance of special spawning in here. You know, I better use a... Ooh! 10 Eidolon coins. Yeah, the final wish requiring fragments is quite a pain, so for a lot of them, I'm just waiting for, coins for that. Like, I like to do the last wish with, coins. Like, here. Because I think that slowly building up the coins is easier than, linking the Eidolons again to get 5 more fragments. Especially since I've got so many that I need to work on linking. Like, ugh, I'm a mess. And I also need food. Look at all these guys. They're not even level 80. Like, okay, I saw that someone was sending some Liu Bei fragments really, really cheap. So now I've got her 3-starred, but I can't even 4-star her because she's not level 80. So I'm going to be running a lot of Gaia. I'm going to be able to sell all those key fragments for tokens that I can then use to buy the coins that you can then use on the wishes. Right. Still going for gold. I wasn't paying attention when it said what the things we need to remove are. Is it just the... shoot, it's the big beers. I don't know if I'm going to get 100% on this one. Oh, just barely. Man, when the little icons are this close, it's actually a little bit challenging when you have to aim for the lower level food items. In those cases, I switch over to a basic knife. 100% should have done this while the double or the extra food bonus was on, though. I swear it doesn't register my clicks, so sometimes. I was being a little bit duplicitous, and I thought I would make like a macro where if I just hold down my mouse it would continuously click rather than click once, because I was thinking maybe I could then sneak in here and just hold down my mouse, because I find that I get the most irritation in my wrist when I have to click a whole bunch. But it seems like if you click too fast, it doesn't register the clicks at all. So... that's what I get for trying to cheat, huh? I just kind of wish there was a way to do this without the mouse. Alright, and then the last one, she only needs 5, and that was... oh, geez, I don't have her specialized equipment. Wondering if dropping more of a life into an MMO and just stick to Ragnarok. You know, Grumpy, if you're considering starting, so, they just announced that they're doing a global fresh restart server. I made a video about it. Not a lot of information. We don't have a release date yet. But if you're not like, I need to start a game immediately, it might be worth just sitting back and waiting to see. I'm anticipating that there's not going to be as many like free present items, and that there's going to be more grinding, because obviously they're not going to have they're not going to drop it in where you're like a level 140 to start is the cap. But I don't know. I don't know. I feel like they might make the experience of the game a little bit better starting from the beginning, even though it's not going to have as much content, because obviously they've got to have something. So if you're not like, I need to start a new MMO immediately, maybe just let it simmer and watch out for the release of the Impact, yeah. Yeah, I'm waiting for the Impact one. The thing I like most about Aura Kingdom is just how, like, I mean, I like all the costumes, right? Because they've got so much fashion going on. That's going to be missing in Impact. I like the way that the combat feels. Like, I like the way you can move around so much, because I think the MMOs I'd played before with stuff like RuneScape, where you just sit there and like click a button. There, I didn't feel like there was a lot of activity, and I never really got into it. Immediately, I clicked with the gameplay in Aura Kingdom, so. Yeah, veterans, I think I'm gonna play Aura Kingdom Impact. Obviously, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna see what's different. I gotta find out, right? And I gotta try the new class, obviously. But you know, I don't see myself leaving behind all my cuties. Right? These are my cuties. Right. Is our next item white prayer eggnog? Small vulture eggs. Those are the easier ones to gather, I think. Yeah, I've been watching the Discord as well, and apparently in the other global server games that they've done, because I haven't played any of the other like fresh release global server games, they actually still had separate servers for different time zones, which I don't know. It kind of feels like after we just got everybody combined together, it feels like a shame to then have people split up again. It would be much more cool if we could just have everybody all together with events more spread out across 24 hours or something. And hello, Captain Barris. The costume, charm, visuals, combat. Oh yeah, auto fishing while you're AFK. I did that when I was at work. Actually, I would leave it auto fishing while I was working and then come back. Although I started Aura Kingdom when I was in late university, so I guess there was a bit of going to class. I swear there's some more eggs around here. Guess not. I think we need one more. Hello, Mary. Man. You know, I was playing, what was it? I was playing, Grand Fantasia, actually, was the last MMO I was playing before Aura Kingdom. And I guess I was enjoying just, like, the size of the world, but I never really actually got involved with any other players. I played it solo for a couple years. And I switched to Aura Kingdom because I wanted to try to play with more people, and I thought a game that was fresh starting would have a larger community that I could go for. Wow, did I really switch channel and then immediately run away without gathering anything? Great job. But what kept me hooked is, I mean, obviously I have made a lot of really good friends here. And there's some people, like the people that I talked to, the first people that I talked to in Aura Kingdom 10 years ago, I'm actually still friends with them. We chat on Discord. Super cool people. There's like a whole group of people that were a little bit later into the start that I keep up with still. Just that plus I feel like it's really relaxing. It's not as punishing as some other, or especially like I said, the other MMOs that I played, they were stuff like when you die, you lose 10% of your experience. When your items break, they're broken. When you repair them, sometimes they don't go back. You know. It just felt a little bit more relaxing. I like the combat just clicks in my brain. It triggers that dopamine when you're doing the jump casting and it works perfectly. I mean, I wouldn't play something for 10 years if I didn't find it enjoyable. And hello, Mr. Someone, or Mr. or Mrs. Sorry, I can't even tell what your profile picture is because it's so small. You can tell from my screen, I cannot read what your name is. It's just a bunch of boxes. Sorry. It's very small and I can't even make a guess at your name. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm just gonna make this a little bit bigger for a second. I can't read that! I don't know what that says! put it back down there. I'm gonna call you 101. Although I do remember that you told me what your name was supposed to say last time, now that I think about it. I just don't remember what it was. Nope, I'm not doing so hot here. I'm doing really bad this time. I should probably grab my cooking pet for this one. Okay, I think maybe it's my frame rate, but they're moving so fast. Weird info drop. Searching for MMOs, binged LTT and heard, "Hi, I'm Midday." Yeah, that was me. I mean, it's not exactly hidden information that I live on the west coast of Canada. So when they put out a call for Canadians that wanted to come visit in person and be a part of a video, I was like, yeah, sure, why not? So it's actually kind of funny because there's people that I know in like real life that were like, you know, I was doom scrolling shorts on YouTube and then suddenly it was you in an LTT video. And that stopped me from doom scrolling, and it's like, oh, well, I'm glad that stopped you from doom scrolling, but that must have been a jump scare, huh? Neza! Okay, Neza the Tiefling. Now I can read it. Thank you. You know, it was a lot of fun going to the LTT office there and checking out what everything was like. And I got a free water bottle. Like, not an ad, but it's a nice water bottle. I think it's expensive, especially since the Canadian dollar is so bad and they sell everything in US dollars, but it's a nice water bottle. Right, what's next? So that's her final wish, so we're actually done with her then. Okay, can we do mana parasites today? Mana parasites. Mana. Actually, we should go to the chart, huh? It is Sunday, so no, we don't have mana parasites, but do we have enhanced lightning chisels somewhere? Yeah, I love this item search. You do have to match the case sensitivity, but I like it. Are they the same IRL as on camera? I mean, I didn't actually get to meet Linus personally because it was right around, like when we were filming it, it was right around a bunch of, geez, what was that thing? You know, it was right around the time that he had been to the United States, where he got to go on that late night show. That was right around the time that we did the recording. So Linus was not in the house, but everybody that I met personally and interacted with, 100% amazing people, super cool. It's not like they were putting on an act for on camera or anything. I was the awkward one, obviously. Yeah, what show was it? I think he was on Jimmy Fallon. Linus was on Jimmy Fallon right around that time. Grumpy. You know, I did consider whether or not it would be a bad idea for the face reveal, but I've actually posted photos, and back in the area days I did live streams on camera, so I'm not too worried about it. It is what it is. Plus, I thought it was kind of like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I just went for it. Oh, that's lightning. You get to see firsthand how hard it is for me to type. Oh, I got a lot of these. Oh, she's got plenty of them. I guess we'll go with that. And actually, I suppose I should let you know this. My model isn't 3D, it's actually 2D. Oh, heck, I even got a couple here. So, current model that I'm using, it was made by me. I took a screenshot of my character, and then I kind of redrew it a whole bunch. Like, I redrew the eyes, I tried to redraw the skin a little bit, and then I tried to rig it myself. It was... Reaper. Yeah, it is. Very much 2D. If it was 3D, I would have animated a bit more. But no, I used live 2D. Man, I would really like a professional model. So, that was the dream. Yeah, but it's the paying for it part, right? So, like, even a really... I don't want to say cheap, but a no frills sort of model is expensive. Actually, surprisingly, the amount of layers is actually quite minimal because I don't even have the right software to properly do this. I use Photoshop elements from 2010. So, you know, the dream is one day I will get to the point that I can afford that. Shoot, I'm on noon. But that's going to be a while. I have ideas, though. I'll keep it a secret. It'll be really exciting if I get a chance to do like a re-debut kind of thing. I didn't do a proper debut of this model, actually. The ones that came with bamboo tables? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Shoot, where'd it go? And we can't do the mana parasite, so... And she's done, so I guess we'll check on another eidolon. Honestly, 230 for just the art is a little on the low side. Maybe possible for like a upper body only model like what I've got, but even that's a lot for Oh, sorry, I should clarify, Grumpy. I didn't have a drawing tablet. I did it with my mouse. We can work on here's Queen of Hearts. Wait, now you got me curious. If I pull up my art here, what folder did I put it in? I think it's this one. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm just no, that's not it. I'm looking for the original artwork. No, I don't know where I put it. Is it in pictures? Oh, my computer is a mess. Yeah, $50 for rigging is probably a little on the cheap side. But yeah, basically I just installed the trial for the rigging software. The Live 2D Cubism, I think it's called. It's been a while since I've, I mean, obviously, because I didn't buy the full version. I just, I watched a lot of tutorials, I took a lot of notes, and then I spent 1 month with the trial, or the trial version for the unlimited use of stuff, and just went for it. Obviously, I don't think it's good enough that I could rig anything for anybody else, but I'm pretty proud of what I managed. Hello Zed, that is correct. So even if you've activated the star buffs, you're like you've got 3 star buffs active. I believe it's level 50 that you get the 3rd one unlocked. Hold on, we can actually check this. I have some low level ults that we can check on. Alright, yeah, sure. Yeah, so you see when I drop this guy who's 4-star into my bar for my level 31 character, it just immediately drops down the star buff to 1. When I remove him, it goes back up to 4. Because you can't have that active. I think it's like 60 for the 4-star one? But don't quote me on that, because you spend so long underneath those levels that it's probably not super relevant. Anyway, back to focusing. We were going to do potions, yes. 2 years. It seems like the search function on the database website is running kind of slow today. Easier I am forgetting to link my eidolons too. New Year's Queen of Hearts wants stamina potions. These ones are made with blue speckled eggs. Those are Crescent Hill. I think we'll basically only need 1 of them, so we don't really need to buy a bunch. Oh, no problem, Zed. I know it can be a little bit confusing when you've got a buff active and then suddenly it's not there anymore. Crescent Hill. I know that, I can't remember what item it is, but I think there's a relatively nice potion that you can make with the red eggs. Is that the Beavis potions? Oh, frick, it's been so long since I've gathered these, I don't even remember where the eggs are. Oh, that's enough. Yeah, Speed of Beavis. Those are, I think that's the red eggs, right? Gonna need those for the new Sky Tower since the, I could just go to the guild hall. Gonna need those for the new Sky Tower now that the spawn happens 5 seconds after the first person gets to the floor. Gosh, it's been almost an hour and I've only finished, like, 1 wish. Let's see, I think we're gonna need just 1. Stamina? Oh, come on, it didn't double. Now it's gonna double. Oh no. That's quite unlucky. But yeah, Speed of Beavis. Just to double check that I'm thinking the right item. Dragon points can be used. Yeah, it is Speed of Beavis. Needs those ancient eidolon fragments too. Dragon points are these ones up here. Personally, I like to spend the gold ones on weapons that I can use for either my alt characters, or for high level weapons that is, for my alt level characters, or for yeah, basically just the gold ones I use on weapons for my characters or for my Awakening Holy Chest because I'm still working on that. And the regular ones I either use to buy those books that are super charge experience for my alt characters. These three. That's about 2 levels at level 60. There's one of these books will net you 2 levels. These ones can work on slightly lower level characters as well, but you have to transfer them all over and it's a bit of a pain. The other thing you can do with them if you need to use them up, like if you've got too much and you don't know what to do, you can get some of these costumes. They're not like super fancy or anything, but they'll go in your costume archive and get you some points. Obviously lower level weapons as well can be exchanged with the regular dragon points. But once you get to a certain point, you can probably basically just use them on emblems for your eidolons if necessary, and otherwise just ignore them. But the gold ones I like to use on weapons. Actually, my Awakening Holy Chest is getting pretty good now. Almost finished the 30s. Pretty excited about that. Anyway, now that we have our potions. Alright, now she wants Navia chef knives. I wonder how much those cost. You know, once they had a special event on where you could get the profession costumes with dragon points. And I will admit that a little part of me was a bit upset that if I had just waited, I wouldn't have needed to grind archaeology for like a couple years. I didn't do it very religiously, but yeah, it took me quite a while to grind archaeology enough to get the costume for archaeology. But on the other hand, I nabbed the card duelist costumes when that happened, so... And actually, it kind of was a bit of a cheat, because then you could buy the profession costumes with the LP, or sorry, not LP, with Dragon Points, and then sell those costumes back to the NPCs for a lot of tokens too. If there was other items that you wanted, so you could transfer your Dragon Points into items. But I'm pretty sure that was like a one-time patch thing that they only did once. Costumes. Yeah, they're not for sale right now. They're pretty cute though. The collector's is the easiest profession costume to get to. Right, where was I going? I got distracted again and I forgot what we came to Navia for. Oh, right, knives. Now, do I have one of these just on alt? No. Oh, look at that. We got enough just barely. Cruel Tyrant's Heavy Axe and Fearless Light Armor. Okay. That's gonna be here. that's just armor. Oh. There's no way to check easily if I have alt characters that have Valor coins, but what if I search... No. Oh, what's that? What's that chest that's got the Valor coins in it? Mental yield. Battleground armor chest. Hello Nezro, what's the best way to do chef token from level 1 all the way to cooking level 90 food? So here's the thing. The amount of tokens that you get from selling the food is actually equivalent to how much it costs to prepare it. So none of them are more efficient in terms of cost. So if all you're worried about is the tokens, pick a food item that's on the expensive side and easy to prepare. I'm pretty sure this has some tokens in it, right? It's got the 500 Valor tokens so that you can buy a weapon, so we're gonna try that. Makes it easy, right? Because then you don't have to think about, oh, maybe there's a food out there that's secretly slightly more efficient. No, it's just literally the cost. You can, but those are pretty cheap, so they don't give you a bunch of tokens, right? Basically, whatever is easiest for you to cook right now is, and it'll take the least amount of time, is probably what you would think of being as the most efficient. And of course that you can get double gold on. Shoot, it was my do list. Pretty sure there's 500 Valor coins inside that box. Hello, Tatsuya Kishimura. It is a completely new game. It's not available yet, so there will be a new installer for it, a new launcher, and a separate way to access the servers. It's not going to be available through the current launcher. I'll just pop these in on here. Battleground armor chest. Am I right? Does it have it in there? No, I'm wrong. I swear there was a spot that you could get 500 Valor coins. Does he just happen to have them? Oh, I already used them. That's what it is. Must have come separately. Alright, we're looking for the Cruel Tyrant's Heavy Axe. We'll just have to buy it here. Well, I mean, it's tricky, right? Because I am copying an actual 3D asset, right? But if I actually was a 3D model here, I think I would have made it so that I could turn my shoulders the slightest bit. I got tired of rigging. I didn't have very much time left on my trial, and I was just like, no, we're done. Here. No, it was the weapon guy has all the weapons. Cruel Tyrant Heavy Axe. Yes. Cruel Tyrant Heavy Axe. I should just check what element she is rather than scrolling down every time. She is fire. Alright, now, Fearless Light Armor. There's a non-zero chance that I've got that. I do not have that. Alright, we're going back to noon. I don't know whether or not I would expect AK Impact to require more processing power, because at its heart, it is still a 10-year-old game. But I'm hoping that they do, like, update the shaders and stuff to make it a little bit more, slightly more modern looking. I'm not anticipating any overhaul to the graphics, but just maybe a little bit of shaders. I've seen what people have done with shaders. It's quite impressive, but... And this is a bit of a secret. I would have been made fun of on LTT if I had said it there, but my monitors don't even support high refresh rates. So I only play on 60 FPS, even though my computer absolutely could handle 120. My monitors are cheap. They don't support it. No reason. Right, what are we going for again? I've already forgotten. The armor. Fearless Light Armor. For that we need a armor core. What level is it? 40? Level 40 armor core. Yeah, the database is running really slow, or maybe it's my internet. You know, when you've been playing a 10-year-old game, and you don't really play any of the super fancy, high-end new ones, there's not really a reason to upgrade your monitors, right? They're not broken. Alright, magnetic alloy, silver starstone, and kyanite. And to make magnetic alloy, we need cyan ore and redicate. We can get that all at the guy here. Highly do not recommend using your guild funds on this, but because I don't, my guild is just my quiet place, I'm going to do it anyway. I think I said I need redicate, right? Better than buying like a full stack at the NPC, or the gathering NPC, right? Nice and cheap. I think I said magnetic, right? And we go Ritual Armor Core. And we just need a Commandment Light Armor. So this is another thing you can use your Dragon Points on. Hello, Logan. Doing pretty good today. On shooters, benefit of higher frame rate. You know, I actually, when I was playing on 120 frames, because I thought, hey, my computer can handle it, I may as well do it. Obviously, I can't tell the difference if my refresh rate is set at 60, because that's as high as my monitor goes. I already got that. We're going down here to armor, fearless light armor. I actually found that my jump casting got worse, so I don't know whether or not maybe because I'm used to hitting jump on specific frames, I'm now have a half as much of a window to hit my jump or what? I don't know. But I felt something felt weird when I put it on 120 frames per second. So I put it back on 60 and I feel fine. Anyway, that is what we need for this next one down here. I don't know why I'm not filtering to fire. When we're done. Rose gold and grassy green rhinestone. We should have those in our shared storage. The lag of being around other people. Grassy green rhinestone, and what was the other one? I forget. Rose gold powder. I actually might not have that. No, I do. Alright, now she wants food. Well, at least it's only 5 of each one because it's all gold. Pop these back in there. Anything else I can stow away? Okay, let's start with the vanilla biscuits, I think. Actually, the macarons are sold here. You know, Grumpy, just to help you visualize it, when I finish the live stream today, I've got some stuff that I've got to take care of, but I'll post a picture on my what do you call it? The posts tab of my YouTube channel with the actual art of the model next to a screenshot of the character. Like I have the screenshot that I used to create the model, so I'll put them side by side, and then you'll see why the color is all weird on mine, because I took the screenshot in a funny place and didn't think about it until I was too far into the process. But maybe that'll help you see how it's actually 2D, even though it's got like the shading that I copied was from a 3D picture. We want Navia vanilla. I'm positive they sell Navia vanilla. There. Let's go. Girlfriend threatens to break up over MMOs? Well... I mean, relationships take effort. Don't be ignoring your partner based on playing too many video games. Maybe that doesn't sound like much coming from me, since I've never actually dated somebody, but whatever. Midday lore drop. So, Aichi, is that 55 items, as in 55 different things you need to gather, or you've actually only got 55 to do? Because that's not that bad. That's 11 eidolon. Or no, that's less than 11 eidolons. It would be so much more efficient if I had gone through and like listed all the items that I needed, and then just, if there were any duplicates, prepared them all at the same time, but that would require thinking ahead. Yeah, batching it up and checking whether or not you need the same item for multiple eidolons is the smart way of doing it. The dumb way of doing it is doing it on vibes, like I'm currently doing. I just operate on vibes, that's all. Watching you makes me feel like I'm playing basic chess while you're playing 3D chess. I don't know so much about that. I'm definitely just operating on vibes here. If it looks like there's a plan, there is no plan. Head empty. Heartful. Oh, sometimes I just get the temptation to buy, using gold, obviously. I don't spend a lot of real money on games because economy be crap right now. But every once in a while, when there's been a new cool dude Eidolon released, my brain is just like, you don't need him. It's not going to help your account. Save your gold to get like a manual or something. And my heart is like, but cool dude, and I buy it. And if it looks like a smart move, it wasn't. Alright, what's next? What other food item does she want? She wants vanilla biscuits and honey fruit tea. That's not a hard one to gather. I don't think they sell the nectar here, but I bet you they sell the sand fruit. Where's control? Yeah, there we go. That should do. And the extra vanilla. Perfect. SE. Let's see. Honestly, the S5 dungeons are my favorite ones, so every time I get to around level S5, I just grind dungeons, so I don't spend too long around the 5 to 10 range. We are going to trace you. Yeah, I'm thinking now I probably should have had the mouse on. Yes, the next area is at S10. They have maps every 5 levels all the way up to S30 now. Yeah, sometimes it's better just not to know. But, you know, that's actually one of the things I like about Aura Kingdom is that it doesn't have, like, I mean, the Paragon is obviously a gambling table, but it doesn't have the same kind of animations and a flashy, like, gotcha sort of thing going on here. And I think what I'm most worried about is that that's what's going to change when they start Aura Kingdom Impact, is that they might modernize that kind of aspect, and I'm not a fan. But I actually don't feel that same kind of temptation to spend a whole bunch of money on Aura Kingdom that kind of you get when you're playing those modern gacha games. I've never played Warframe, so I don't know how that one is, but oh boy, I play Genshin and ooh, it's tough. I mean, obviously I play Genshin, I'm listening to the music from it, but it's really tough at times. Gotta use a lot of mental fortitude not to spend when you're so close to stuff. Which is actually, and I've said this a couple times, but I'm going to repeat it again, I've decided that if I do continue to ever play any Genshin on stream, I'm not going to do any rolling content because I don't think that's healthy. Because you watch content creators that have, like, that make profit off of doing streams. I don't put ads on streams, so obviously not making any profit there. But you watch content creators throw down like $1,000 like it's nothing, and it just completely desensitizes the audience to how much money that actually is. Oh, that actually is not too bad in terms of, like, if you're paying $20 and you know that you're actually getting it. But again, like, you know, $20, you could, I mean, what, that's groceries for a day or a nice meal at a restaurant, or Actually, maybe a passable meal at a restaurant these days. Toast, toast, toast. Peppers. Oh, it's truly the most riveting MMO content there is. That's a good way to take it, but I don't know. I feel like it's just a little bit the watching high rollers spend a whole lot of money. It's a little bit desensitizing. It's $50 for commissions. You know, I'm really tempted to try and find somebody that could do like a stream, like some extra art for me, because I'm such a terrible artist. I've honestly tried, but to make something that I could use for like stream starting soon. And thanks for watching, because right now I transfer from a black screen to the stream starting. I would love to try and find somebody that I could do to commission some art, but you know, I needed a new keyboard and I decided to get a really expensive one, so there's going to be no discretionary spending for a little while. Maybe for my birthday. Maybe in July I'll commission someone to do some art for me. And man, I don't want to say the brand of the keyboard that I got, because I'm not really advertising it here or anything, but I've never had a high-end keyboard with like hot swappable switches and like, I mean, it's a split ortholinear keyboard with tinting, and holy crap, it feels amazing. I love the way that the switches are. I've never had like real proper switches like this in a keyboard before. Love it. But super expensive, and the learning curve is so awkward because I literally don't even remember where the Alt key is until I look down and check it out. Which is a bit of a problem in this game, right? Since I've got my Alt controls for the second set of skills here. Shouldn't that be Alt? See, I'm literally forgetting what button is Alt right now. I thought this one was Alt, but it's not doing anything, so that's cool. Oh, I actually don't have anything on Alt 1 right now. I've got it on Control 1. There we go. Wow, I'm just miserable with keyboards, huh? See, my hands are so small, they don't reach all the keys on a regular keyboard anyway, so now that I can actually reach all the keys, I have to relearn how to type. Like a normal person. Oh, it is all Fish King soon. This is actually my fishing character too, so we could prepare for that. If there's any Fish King ones. I think we have the, I think I've got Ancient Gastrolith for one of them. I might have an Ancient Gastrolith, actually. Totally do. I got a couple Ancient Gastroliths, so I think I'll be okay for that. The random question tried the famous MMO mouse by Razer. You know, it's funny, it's not the 20 mouse or 20 button one, but my my bestie, who also plays MMOs but not Aura Kingdom, has the one with the 9 keys on the side, like it's got a little numpad on the side. And I mean, I think it's cool. I don't know how it is to use. I feel like my thumb is not smart enough to find all those buttons, right? Mine has 2 buttons on the side, and one of them is Alt F4, so I accidentally close programs when I hit it by mistake. But I close programs intentionally with it way more than I accidentally do, so I keep it. That's gonna be gathered here. I don't know about Fish King. Once we finish I mean, it's 40 minutes from now, so there's still a bit of time. I think I'm low on fishing tokens, though, so I wouldn't even be able to, like, buy bait. I'd have to prep bait. So, at my job, I work as a dispatcher, actually, so I do a lot of database work. I have to open up a program for one thing and then close it because I don't want to keep it open and slow down the computer. So I got used to having Alt F4 on the side of my mouse because I just have to open and close so many things constantly at work, and it was easier to do that than it was to like move your mouse butt to the top corner of the screen every time you want to close a program, which sounds really lazy, but when you're going fast. Oh, it's not here, it's the other place. Now the good thing is that Aura Kingdom doesn't close when you hit Alt F4 on it. So Aura Kingdom is fine, but Genshin does close, so I frequently accidentally close Genshin with an Alt F4. We are looking for Emerald Marsh. Actually, on my previous mouse, I put the middle click, like on the scroll wheel, on one of the side buttons because the middle click broke. That's my dedication to I don't want to have to buy a new one unless I really have to buy a new one. I should need 5 of them. Motion graphics. Oh yeah, totally. Like, I don't use macros for online games, of course, because that's against the rules, and I don't break the rules because I'm a good person. Stick in the Mudda and Fun Police are other names that I've been called, but for work, I have Auto Hotkey installed on my work PC, and I just went to town making macros for all the different programs I have to open. So, like, I've got ones that will, like, Control F opens up a certain search, but there's other search options, so I made, like, 7 macros around opening to different search options in our database. It's pretty insane. I'm trying to train some new people, and it's like, well, if you hit Control F, it goes to the regular search. If you hit Control Shift F, it goes to this search, and if you hit Control Alt F, it does this. Yeah, I just overrode a whole bunch of the default hotkeys and then made it, or shortcuts, and then made it so they only work inside those programs, so it doesn't affect anything else. Oh man, Auto Hotkey is insane. That program is just insane. Where were we going? We were going to Starstruck. And we want 5 of those. You know, once you get to the higher level food and it's always the same items, it's so much nicer for trying to remember what to click. I say as I click the wrong thing. Drink, leaf, and egg. Hello, Ira! Manual cooking makes me dizzy, so I don't like to do a whole bunch in a row. But at least it's a better rate than it. Now shush. I did not try to do a macro on cooking for the clicking so I could just move the mouse. I'm a legitimate player. playing normally. You just can't see my mouse because I have it hidden. And last time I tried to change whether or not the mouse was visible during a stream, I think it crashed stuff. Ooh, now I'm distracted and not even able to get to things. Focus. That might be a modicum more interesting if I do turn it on, though. Hold on a second. Let's see if it crashes the game. Oh, there we go. Now you guys can see my frenetic mouse movements. I think the worst part about my, when somebody else tries to use my computer at work is when they realize that there's keys that I've just... shoot, now I'm not focused. There's keys that I've literally just deactivated so they don't do anything anymore. Shoot, I'm clicking all the wrong things. I goofed that one. We're not gonna have enough ingredients. That's because I was trying to talk. Lock in. Now, Ira, I don't think that just because people don't know doesn't mean that it's not okay. That's like saying if nobody catches the murderer, they're fine. I'm not comparing video game cheating to murder. Why would you think that I would do that? Oh, that was a good one. Well, we are gonna run out of ingredients, but we'll have to just go get some more. Unless I got one of these on an alt somewhere, I might from like a previous wish or something. Drink, leaf, egg. Focus. Mr. Plugin. Just gonna quickly check. I might have honey fruit tea on an alt. Nope, just here. Yep. Oh, yeah, that's... Okay, well, I accidentally hit the next song button. That was a mistake. Alright, so the space bar, or space button, is a teeny little button that is right next to the switch layer button. So, switch layer and then D for move to the right is your media buttons. I'll get used to this keyboard after a while, but I gotta say, I love the feel of it. It's just a learning curve. I think my biggest problem is that I can't hit tab, space, W for movement, and the skills at the same time, so I'm struggling a little bit in dungeons, but that'll come with time. Wait, sorry, we wanted one more drink, and then we have to go grab another flower. Since we accidentally goofed one. So we're going back to Emerald Marsh. You guys can see me look down, right? Every time I'm looking down, I'm looking at the keyboard to make sure I'm hitting the right buttons. It's a nice keyboard, though. I like it a lot. Alright. Here we go. Last one for real. Beef and egg. See, I can log in. Alright, so she is now up to the final wish, so we're just gonna ignore those. Alright, you sure? You're right. We should probably check to see if there's any, like, fishing ones that'll really need a little bit of king going on here. I have Ancient Gastrolith, so she's fine. I don't know that either of those are available today. That's a regular fishing item. She's done. Chicken in secret sauce. I don't need to do this one because she's got the, we're gonna do that one with, coins. It's just a lot of cooking, huh? You can tell which ones I don't like. Oh, a petal-shaped gold scale. And a golden rod can be done anytime, but petal-shaped gold scale, I don't think that's in the boxes. And I think the rest are all done, alright? From here, the rest of them are all done. Yeah, that should be all done. Alright, petal-shaped golden scale. Who was that? That was... Oh, thanks for stopping by, Grumpy. And watch out for the comparison of my model versus the actual art, or the actual screenshot, so you can see how it is actually 2D. Petal-shaped golden scale. Nope, I don't need to do that one either because I've got them. Oh wow, even Midday's got some? Where? Huh? Oh, right there. Well, Days Rod doesn't need to be during a Fish King either, so... No, I don't think we need to do Fish King. I think we're good. I don't really want to do more cooking right away, though, so we're gonna head for... I think we'll do Greater Fortitude. Okay. This Anubis? Gorgeous. Super flashy design. Love what's going on in the back here with the scales. Gigantic, fascinating, cool, shiny, sparkly. Love it. The New Year's Anubis? A lot less ostentatious, but gosh, she's pretty in both of them. Love her. Anyway, but focusing. Greater Fortitude. That is Oasis Spices. We can get that in Navia, so we'll just stop on by. Hello, Agrissa. Not to sound like I'm advertising or anything, but if you haven't played in a really long time, they are planning to do a start from fresh server, which might be a good time to just stop on in and check out the new server just for a touch of the nostalgia. Without feeling like you're stuck in way behind everybody else, because everybody will be at the start. But that's not out yet, so if you've actually, I'm curious, how long ago was the last time you played? Let's do... How many did we need of these? I think 5? 2017, yeah, that's quite a long time back. I don't even know if you would have been able to play your old account anymore. I bet you it got lost in the shuffle. So I've done a fresh account on the current server, and I think the feeling, it's not too bad for a game that's this old. You definitely get to end game pretty quickly with the way that they've adjusted all. What item am I looking for again? I forget. They've definitely made it a lot faster to get to end game. On my main account, I can do it in like, I can do level 100 in about 11 hours, but yeah, I'm really interested to see what the start of Oh, hello, hey, it's Jay. If you didn't complete the transfer from area to X Legend, those accounts now cannot be recovered. If you did do the transfer and you just haven't logged in, it's still there. I'm guessing you probably didn't do the transfer though. What eidolon am I looking for again? Anubis. She wants greater fortitude. That's level 50. Oh, if you did do the transfer, you should be good. You just have to remember the account that you transferred it to, like the credentials for your X Legend account. It was the green one, right? Yes. Yeah, they shut down the transfer when they merged all of the servers together. And I feel like they could have done a better job of notifying people, because they actually only really gave us like a week and a half's notice, I think, was it? But, I mean, you gotta end it at some point. I mean, they said they were gonna end it at some point. It could be argued that they didn't actually, like, it wasn't 100% necessary, but based on the way that they were merging the servers, they said that they would have to, so I assume it has to do with cleaning up inactive accounts, right? Shit, what am I looking for? I keep getting distracted. Soul alloy. Oh, that's a level 80 ore. And a diamond. That's actually kind of an odd one. I don't know that I've seen... You don't get a lot of really high level items on the Eidolon witches. Oh, Chimera, huh? Oh gosh, it was Hydra. Oh god, I can't. My memory is going. I don't even remember all the servers. Pretty sure I was Hydra origin. Diamond. I thought I might have some in here, but it doesn't look like it. I'm sure I've got an ult with some diamonds. Yeah, Hydra best server. We had the most channels. Alright, who's got diamonds? That's not enough. Midday's got diamonds. She's got enough, and we'll nab those petal-shaped gold scales while we're at it. Hydra had the most channels, right? Hydra had 8 channels while the other ones had less, so we were the superior server. Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember all the details. I think was there a server that only had 4 from the beginning? Because I know that when they ended up merging all into Phoenix, or was Phoenix when they merged too, and then Olympus was once everything was together. Oh gosh, so my memory is just not what it used to be. Oh no, it's all in my inventory, right? Should be. Fire, feed Anubis. Right, Phoenix was when they merged the 2, Hydra and whatever that other one was that wasn't as cool for me to remember the name. And then Chim got merged in later, and at that point they went to 4 channels, and I think that's when I think that was when they reduced or they increased the goats drops to 2 per boss because everybody was like, no, my boxes though. And then we want under holy, we're gonna feed Kaguyahi. Well, they made it so you got 2 boxes from each goat because they half the amount of goats, right? So they said, hey, in return, we'll give you 2 boxes. Do we have a goldenrod somewhere? Nah. Oh, but I do. I was working on it apparently because I got some ingredients. Hey, while I'm here, I had an ancient gastrolith too, right? No, actually. So right now, the way that I get all of my LP is by doing bond dungeons, which are S level 10 and up. For non-awakening, yeah, it's mostly to goats, but for once you're in awakening, you've got the Vault of Eternity that drops quite a bit. I think it's got vouchers up to 2,000. But for me personally, I don't do Vault of Eternity. I run Bond Dungeons with a friend because the Bond trophies are quite valuable and I find it to be a pretty good source of income. Whereas Vault of Eternity, there's not really any income source there, it's just LP. And the Bond Dungeons are kind of cool. I've actually got tutorials for them, but you have to have 2 people and then you have to cooperate through it to get to the end. Oh man, somebody spawned their New Year's Anubis. Isn't she pretty? She is gorgeous. I love her. How many bonds? Wait, let me find an ancient gastrolith first, see if I've got one. Ancient gastrolith. Iragi. Noon's got an ancient gastrolith. What? Where? Am I blind? It says she's got one. I like this item search, but sometimes I feel blind when it tells me somebody's got something and I'm just staring and I don't see it. Oh my gosh, it's right there. Anyway, hold on. I can count how many bonds we do. On most of the characters, we only do the first one because it's like 2 min tops. Like it's super fast. But on our we do like 5. Like we do all of them on our main characters here. So we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So about 15 bond dungeons per day. Back to noon. The trophies are pretty rare. Actually, it's funny because the trophies are pretty rare, but they look like some other items. So I think I got rid of it finally because it was driving me insane. But I had like one of those pink flowers from the penguin bandits in my inventory here, and it was literally driving me insane because every time I would run those dungeons, I would look at my inventory and there'd be that flower that looks exactly like the Bond trophy. Now, who wanted the ancient gastrolith? Somebody did. Somebody wanted fish parts. No, well, there we were done. Hold on. Hold on. Out here. No, she wants more cooking stuff. I'm not gonna have enough cooking tokens for that. This one looks easy. Let's do this next. Soft Western. Sorry, that's bait. Copper Shark, that's Port Scandia? I'm trying my memory here, let's see. Yeah, for one, if you're just doing one bond a day, it's not really going to be a good source of LP, but when you do 15, it's enough. I mean, you can see from my inventory, my LP is doing just fine. Yeah, I just used the LP store charms down here. So, they're not very expensive. Make more than that for sure on each run, so. Hello, Lucid. Hey, it's Shay. I'm glad they fixed it because, oh boy, being on the other end of one of those. Whoa, where were we? We were on Midday here. Alright, next is a Northan's Emerald Leaf. You know, I've got those for sure. Hey, wait, what? No, I've definitely got one. They must be equipped. Oh, darn. I'll have to make one. Alright, so that calls for one of these. And a ritual trophy core. We should be able to handle that in the guild hall. Level 4 Eidolon requires being level 80 and being fully fed and having an oath ring. So, which part is hanging you up? You don't have enough food? You don't have enough of the fully fed stars? Or... Yeah, the rings are pretty expensive right now. What are they actually going for now that I think about it? Need capital. Yeah, they're getting pretty expensive. This isn't bad for 3. 500 G apiece? That's not bad. I mean, I wouldn't buy 10 of them, but I kinda want to nab that. Who's got some G that I can steal? Atosh has some G that I can steal. You don't need that G, Atosh. I'm gonna need some more oath rings soon too, so I'm just gonna nab that. Yoink! Yep, that being broke will do it. But yeah, I think I was down to just one oath ring left, and I'm actually, Shay, there is no Steam launcher, so if you prefer the non-Steam version, good news. As for Aura Kingdom Impact, I don't know whether or not they're going to have a separate launcher, but I feel like they probably will because they seem to really like having the separate launchers. But yeah, you just have to head to the X Legend website. I can drop a link here. If I could type properly, Aura Kingdom, X Legend website. Just drop a link in the chat. Aura Kingdom was on Steam, but that was through Area. So X Legend decided not to support the Steam version, and they only have their standalone launcher. Right, what do we need for our ritual trophy core? Oh, we got enough kyanite, so just silver starstone and whatever magnetic alloy needs. Cyan and agate. Actually, if I remember correctly, we had some cyan, didn't we? Well, I think when you're on Steam, you have to offer like purchases through Steam, and they take a little bit of a cut as well. I mean, obviously it comes with the benefit of being on Steam, but you know, I don't know. Personally, if there's a game on Steam and it has a not Steam version, I would not go for the Steam version. I prefer to have standalone. Oh, we have silver starstones too. Wait, did I need silver starstones? I'm getting distracted again. And I didn't even have enough anyway. Oh well. One of these. And one of these. And then we just come down here to trophy, Nordipan. See, I actually really like having a Nordipan trophy because of the move speed. So if you can, like, it's really easy to craft the cores for the trophies. So for my alt characters that don't really have a lot of gear, I actually usually try to make like an Imperial Nordipan just for that 8% extra speed. In the low levels, it doesn't hurt to be to have pretty crappy trophies, but moving faster is nice. So potions, we can do potions. Midday. Let's see, I'm just opening up the database here so I can look at the ingredients. Miracle Thorn Apple and Highland Wheat. I think we have Highland Wheat. Well, I mean, it gets to a point in Aura Kingdom where you can't even hit all the enemies as you're going by. Like, you're moving so fast, you literally can't even keep up on grabbing all the mobs. But once you're that fast, do you really need to gather all the mobs? Depends a bit on your class too, but yeah, I think move speed is pretty key to being able to enjoy it. That's one of the things that really stuck out to me when I was playing on my scrub account, was just how slow it is. I don't know why I was trying to log out there. Yeah, it gets to a point where more damage does not impact how long it takes you to get through stuff, and only more move speed will help. And when you're at that point, I suspect you're not too worried about having to actually gather up every single mob as well. I'm not at that point, mind you. Actually, a couple of the eidolons I'm working on are for pen, because I was disappointed by how much damage I was doing on floor 71 of a Hero Sky Tower, which is kind of a moot point because I can't go anymore, but... Oh boy, once I finish a couple more pen archives, I want to go back there and just absolutely nuke those freaking cactuses? They're cactuses. Yeah, if you take a couple years off, it's gonna be like that. But gonna be here, I think. We're looking for... where's my... $10 should be enough, and the other item we needed was... like that. Oh, right, Highland Wheat. That should be enough. Oh, seriously? Yeah, no, so it's Sky Tower Floor 71. The way it works, and I've got videos of it too, is but basically there's like these plants you gotta water, but every time you water one, a mob spawns that has an area around it that'll turn you into an animal. And if you get turned into an animal, you're also close to the mob, you can't move until somebody takes out the mob. So on my webmaster, I was trying to nuke the mobs while other people were watering because I wanted to do the more fun part, I guess. But unfortunately, I simply could not knock out the mobs fast enough for it to be worth it. And what was it? I think 240 pen or something? 240 pen shield? Alright, we need... Sorry, just getting distracted again. How many of these do we even need? I only bought 10 because I thought it'd be enough, but... yeah, it's just 5 of each. So they both use magical vials. We'll probably say 7 is enough. I'll buy 3 of those. And 9 of those. Good luck with your fishing, Aichikun. I think it was level 50, right? Yes, she wants fury and stamina. Yes, we got enough. Yeah, we got enough there too. Good call on the bonus production. Well, I'll have you know that we're back to crit damage meta. So the way that the stat building works nowadays is once you got enough pen, more pen literally does nothing. There's only a couple places where you need the ridiculously high amounts of pen. I think I'm over 100% just standing here, right? Yeah, so I've got 227 pen now, so I'm getting there. Actually, that makes me think I remembered incorrectly what the pen was on Sky Tower 71. I'd have to check in the raid for 71. Let's see. What are the mobs? Spirit corrupted by fragrance. 280%, sorry. So my 227 isn't fully negating the shield on the mobs on floor 71. But like, if I go and check the other dungeons... Hell mode of the S31 dungeon has 210. So more pen isn't doing anything for me inside the inside the current dungeons. For like just running dungeons doesn't add any more damage. So from there, what you got to do is build a whole bunch of crit damage cap and a bunch of crit damage. And the way to do that is by using Agni. Of course, Agni is S5 set, but it increases. Where's my alt key again? It increases your crit damage cap by 150%, unlocking a lot more damage. And that's generally what the majority of players are going to find to be the most useful in terms of increasing their damage, is once you're at the point where pen isn't doing anything, you've got to build up as much crit damage cap as possible, and then obviously fill up that cap with crit damage. Great. General gear. That is what level? 50. If I'm lucky, that'll be the one that's tokens. Great General? No, that's Warrior and Gladiator. Oh, look at that. I can afford this, no problem. Great General's headgear and sash, I think it was. And then archaeology, so we can't do that today, but that's another Eidolon caught up quite a bit. She's done. Oh, right, we can do this soul alloy too, I think. Wind Ore, Glitter Dust, and Soul Sucker. That's not too bad. I was expecting something much more suffering than that. I thought that was going to be one of the ones that takes so much more Soul Sucker. Lagging every time you go around other people. Glitter Dust, Soul Sucker, and what was that other one? Wind Ore. Oh, something else you might not have seen, Shay, is that you can, as you probably saw from my storage there, they increased the cap of the stacks for ore and stuff to like 999, which is nice. More hoarding. There we go. Tools. I bet you I've got those somewhere. Agile metal. Oh, I don't. Agile metal plate. Okay, agile. Grind. Actually, maybe if I just search agile. Agile enhance. Or enhanced agile pliers and enhanced agile grinding wheels. So I've got 2. As expected, this Missy's holding on to most of my tools, so I was expecting that, but we'll have to actually salvage some stuff. Yeah, the revitalization of the storage is nice. However, unfortunately, as a hoarder, it has only increased my propensity to just hoard every item I've got. Not great. Although, now that they've added item search, you saw me using that item search thing where it tells me where all my stuff is. Significantly better. I'm not going chasing after items and then realizing that I've got 10 of them or multiple stacks of them on another character. We were looking for agile. Honestly, the hoarding isn't probably an issue in every MMO, right? She was fire. But look, it's paying off! Actually, while I'm here, I'm just gonna throw these into the shared as well, because I'm gonna want those for my Shuten Doji. Actually, I guess I was trying to do her next for level 80. Okay, so somebody was selling the Lube fragments really, really cheap in the auction house yesterday, like less than 1,000 G a piece, and I just couldn't help it. I got her to 3-star, but now I need to level her to 80 and finish feeding her before I can oath. Anyway, the last item we need is enhanced agile metal plate. This one? This is Lube. I have named her Reve, as in the time of day that you wake up in the military. Oh, here, I'll pull her out so you can actually see. Oh, shoot, what was the key for... No, not that one. No, not that one. Not that one. There we go. She's cute! No, shoot, put her away. I gotta learn my new keyboard, so hold on, just being a bit slow. Anubis? Is this the one you meant? Not that button, that button. This is Anubis. I could just stare. She's so pretty. The rest of the stream is just gonna be this. We're gonna stare at Anubis. Right, like I was saying earlier, she's got a lot going on in terms of like with the ornament behind her and everything. And then they have the New Year's version, like the New Year's celebration version. She's actually really good for fire classes. Totally passable as an on-field fire class, but you do have to redo the stars because this increased fire attribute damage is to targets that are fire element, so you'd need to re-roll those to like fire skill damage. But her skills, if we come in here, she's got move speed, increases your fire attribute damage. Stun is not great, but she does have the this effect here that increases damage taken from fire attributes skills. So if you're playing on a class that's fire, like something wizard, ravager, gosh, what other classes are fire element? I guess you can play Qatar as fire, wizard as fire. I think main shinobi can be played as fire too, right? But yeah, those kind of fire classes can be played with her as an on-field because she's got the effect to increase damage taken from fire element. And do you need to increase this one? No, this is her own skill damage, so you don't really need to do the second skill. You could just get away with upgrading the first skill and call it a day. But I did want to pull out her New Year's form because while this one is really ostentatious and big and fancy, her New Year's form is a little more understated. What button was it again? There. And I like it quite a bit too. Still very pretty. Although I don't know if she was really good as an on-fielder. Lightning? What are her skills? Oh, that might not be super good. The damage cap is only helpful when you've got like 300% detail damage. Oh wow, they translated thunder as thunder for once. But she's not bad. She is not a bad Eidolon to use for lightning, the New Year's version, but she's like not this buff to damage cap isn't like the most valuable thing until you're quite late game. Like it doesn't add as much as say something like the ability to do more elemental damage. Just because the debuffs are so high inside endgame dungeons, you really need your elemental damage quite high. Now, what button is it again? To despawn these guys so I can put them away. I thought that was the button. There. Yeah, if it looks like I have no idea what I'm doing and trying, like for my shortcuts, it's because in order to use the F keys, I have to hold an unlisted button and find the right one from a second layer that doesn't have the right, like the keys don't actually say the F keys. And hello, Gong! Right, anyway, what was the next wish on? On here. Right, agile metal plate. I was gonna look up what I need to get agile metal plates. do. Yeah, the search function in the database is running really slowly for me today, so taking a bit more time than expected. Oh, and this is her last one. Before the key. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to get lucky with RNG or head on over to the whatchamacallum. Head on over to the auction house and take a look to see whether or not you can find your fragments cheap. No official date for Aura Kingdom Impact yet, Conk, but better believe that as soon as I know, I'm going to be sharing it. I see why I don't have this one. It's because it requires weapons. And rarer stuff. Oh, this person's actually got a decent amount of dragon points. Let's see if we can't find. What level is Leanne's title claw? 65. I'll put rare. We can get Leanne's without any extra items, right? Oh no, that's not gonna work. Isaina's Rainbow Flipper is level 65. That requires... yeah, that requires tokens too. I need an item. Oh, this is perfect. This is perfect. I'm looking for a Demon's Fortified Warhelm. Demon's Fortified Warhelm. Look at that. Doesn't require any special items, and when you salvage it, you can get an enhanced agile metal plate. It's just that it's a little on the rare side. Not like I got anything better to do with my dragon points, though. That's the wrong button. That's just Eidolon accessories anyway. Yeah, from that much we only got one, so maybe we better find something that doesn't have as many things that it can result in. Oh, and this is full now. I don't really need those in there. Enhanced, agile, metal plate. Alright, who's got too much LP or dragon points? I think Atosh has got too much. Malodnik's Ring of the Lich might be a better choice. Hold on, let's see how much does that cost. Okay, Malodnik's Ring of the Lich is less dragon points and only has 4 different items it can turn into. So let's go with that. Ring of the Lich. Malodnik's Ring of the Lich. Oh geez, he doesn't even have as many dragon points as I remember. That's my pro tip, is if you need to exchange a lot of things, just line up your exchange button with the OK and then you can mash click it. Midday tips! Alright, everything that I need to keep is all locked, so we should be good to just throw that in the dismantler. Hey, we got 10. There we go. That was the call. That was the move for sure. There you are. We got 13 from that, actually. That's not bad at all. And then she is up to her fragment one, so that is good. Good there. Alright, let's, I suppose we can do another cooking one now. Since I've had a break for cooking. Oh, this will be an easy cooking one. We're going back to noon. Since she's the one linking the eidolons. We're almost done linking eidolons for the day. I did get one fragment. I got a Shuten Doji fragment today. Nine more Shuten Doji to go. I was actually considering buying it, but she's surprisingly expensive. Although, since we're here, Chris, how about I take a peek in the auction house and see if there's any Anubis fragments? See what she's going for now. Yes. Oh, yes, we'll come down here and go on. Oh, she's a little on the pricey side. You get a full key for 35k. That's pretty expensive. I wouldn't do that. If she appears on Paragon, she'll be cheaper. Hello, Rick Silva. Are you going to play Aura Kingdom Impact? Yeah, 100%. I'm gonna try it out because obviously I'm gonna try it out. I want to see what's different and I want to see the new class. As for cap level that I want it to start at, See, the original release of Aura Kingdom, I'm pretty sure ended at Kaktakara when the game first came out. So I could see them ending it there. But they would have to continue to, like, release new content quite quickly for people that are more experienced with the game because we'd be able to level up a lot faster. So I could see them starting with 40. I feel like 40 is the cap with 30 as the end game content, but I hope they'd go at like to 50 and don't make it as much of a grind as the game originally was when it came out in like 2013, 2014. That would be my wish. Right, I got distracted again and I forgot what item we're going for. Oh yes, we're doing Alice. She was holy? Or Dorothy, sorry, Dorothy. She's pretty darn cute. That's Crescent Hill. Uh-oh, is it be collecting? No, there it is. We're gonna need to make 2 of the purple quality chickens, so we are gonna need 4 crescent vanilla, but they are the more common drop from these. And I'm not just gonna go buy some because the pink flower that you can get from these is good for it's good to have on hand because it's used for the dispelling potions, and occasionally you gotta make a dispelling potion. I think that's 40. Oh yeah, we got enough. But I'll finish my gathering loop just because if I could get 1 more crescent nectar, I'd be happy. Nah, nothing else. We're making 2 purple quality, just triple checking. I might need to unequip my knife or put on a weaker knife to be able to get purple quality, but these aren't too expensive, so it's not too much of a waste if I fail. Oh, this one's not bad. It's quite spaced out. Some of them are really, really tight with the differences between the arrows. Actually, this is slow enough. I could probably just let it go. Normally, I like to keep it at the slower speed until right at the end, if I have to do a purple quality one, but this is slow enough that I don't think it makes a difference. I think that should be it. Just 2 more? Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I can see one item she wants. Oh, Lion's vocal cords. Do I have some? Does apostrophe not work, or do I just not have any? No, I just don't have any. Well, we're gonna have to farm that. Hello, Martin! Nightmare Realms, leveling up your Awakening Holy Chest. Yeah, I know that feeling. I gotta work on my Awakening Holy Chest too. Another place that you can farm... I mean, obviously Nightmare Realms have more stuff going on there, but another place you can farm the weapon scrolls is in like the level 95 and below mainline dungeons. I don't know if you're able to solo them or anything, but I find that those to be a good place to farm them. Specifically if I've got characters that can get experience there, it's a little bit, it kind of sucks a little bit if you're not getting some experience. I get that. And my Eidolons need food before we can link again. I could talk to them, but why talk to them when I can force feed them? Eidolons eat. That should do for... That should be plenty enough for the rest of the day. 19 left. Alright, then where were we headed off to? We were headed off to do... We're gonna finish the Greater Fury potions first. I just need 2 more. Because I have one. What were those made out of? Greater Fury potion. That was the... Yeah, we got some of those. Oh, yeah, me too. That's actually what I got at the little star event myself. I was saying that I was going to get one. I actually debated doing it on 2 characters to try to get 2 of them, but I ended up just going for 1 because, oh gosh, it's just been so busy the last couple weeks. I didn't have time to get there on 2 characters every day. But let's see. I think I'm at 38 now. I'm doing pretty good. I'm quite happy with my progress. Yeah, I'm at 38 finally. And now, some people have told me that the these higher level ones, they're not like super good. Like they're good obviously, but like they're not super mandatory for people that don't play PvP. So I'm still gonna go for it, but oh, 8 characters, holy moly. I was doing that on the event in Port Scandia because I thought weapons were cute, but I don't have enough gold to spend that much on the stones. But that'll get you a long ways. That'll get you a long ways for sure. Right. Fury, that was level 50, right? Yeah, we just need. We'll start with just 3 volatile fluid because if we get a double, we don't need to do any more. Fury. Perfect. He's a holy light. Alright, now when I go to farm something like Lion's vocal cords... Oh, I should have just changed character. Where's my Ravager? I use Ravager for farming items like this because... Fire bounce. Ravager. Wait, Dorothy Lion's vocal cords? Is that a joke about the brave lion? Or the bravery for the lion? Alright, so on my Ravager here, obviously my gear's not great, but actually got the healing and drop chance on the mastery, specifically because this is the character that I use for farming items. I'm just gonna throw this in here while I'm here. Alright, let's go. Oh, I haven't done the level 20 map on this one either. Tamarack Mines. And it should be the tamed lion guys. Do I have any sprites? Oh, shoot, that doesn't work. Alright, so we're gonna get one of those. Did I have one in my inventory that I just wasn't paying attention to? I think I did. My bad. I don't really need that in the shared anymore either. That's fine. Alright, then we're gonna go to the LP store and we're gonna grab one of these lucky cards. Alright, so I've got my 20% from my weapon mastery. I'm getting a 10% boost here, another 10% boost here, another 20% boost here. That is the best I can do for trying to get things to drop faster, but I think it's worth it. These guys, right? If it drops on the first one, it's going to feel like a lot of overkill, but I'm going to say it's because I did all that it drops right away. Actually, these guys are pretty spread out, so even the bounce doesn't hit very many of them. Okay, you gotta admit, that's satisfying. I feel like that's going to be a more comfortable key to use right now. Oh, I had dreams of it dropping right away, but this is what the typical grind is like. Oh, and I mean, fair, Martin? 100% fair on that. I've only ever been going to 21 or 22. And then I just close my eyes and pray. I think it's 50%-ish. Or no, it's actually less than 50%. It's around like 48% on an S35 weapon, right? But I guess I'm a gambler at heart. And I get my weapon fortification scrolls from doing bond dungeons. So I don't do too bad in terms of like not having to spend a lot of G for the actual fortification stuff. But yeah, 100% that if you're going for the 100% chance, it's probably a lot cheaper. Yeah, I don't know, when it's below 40%, sometimes it feels like it's even lower than that because of how many I've lost. But yeah, I'm not buying any fortification scrolls off other players or anything. I'm just using the ones that I get on my daily grind. Which is another reason why, of course, I'm so low on it after all this time. Come on. But you can see that basically every mob I kill is dropping something, so the rate up does help. It's just... it's still a rare drop. That's the fire bounce experience. I love it. That's the reason why the only character I farm items like this on is my Ravager. I guess we could technically go a little harder. Eidolon spawn button. 3% drop rate. Whoop. I don't know what this is for, this loot drop rate, because it only lasts while the buff is active, right? It seems like such an odd choice to put on a buff. I can't even have it active constantly. But here, if I drop it there, and then I hit these guys, I don't think 3% is worth timing it that way. But she can be a lucky charm. Should have brought my Eidolons to link here, actually. I was kind of hoping this would be faster. I guess it was a bit too far to get to them. I know there's nothing good in these chests, I'm just opening them up anyway. I don't want to litter. Ah, there we go, that wasn't too bad. That was not too bad. That was in holy. Okay, this will be a nice easy one. We can get that from the guild store, I think. And then, yeah, all the stuff to make that's at the guild store. I see I've got an energized emblem here, so I'm just gonna throw that on Midday here. She can have a messy inventory. Back to noon. Boy, I could go for another coffee. Yeah, we could just handle this at the guild hall, I'm sure. Oh shit, what did that button do? It turned it off completely. I thought that was next track. Where is it? I don't know. I'll figure out this keyboard. I'm sure I will. But it's gonna take a lot of learning curve. Alright, we are looking for Lunar Helmet Core, which is Corrosive Alloy, which is Cuprite and Luminous Emerald. Do I have Cooperite? I'm sure I do on alts, but it's not worth going and finding it. Yeah. Should be enough. Yeah, it should be enough. Oh yeah, and they also changed it so that now all of your refining is done in one go, so you can't hit refine all and then just move to cancel it once you've got enough. You gotta make sure you put in the right number. Anyway, to make it into a helmet core, we need star obsidian and molten steel ore. Star obsidian, and we'll need 3 of these because she also wants more. See, if I could plan ahead, I'd be able to actually have all these items ready to go. Instead, I'm frittering around here. Right, that should be it for that one. Alright, now she wants these items, so I think we'll just head straight over to my my alt that's got all of them. Since I remember which one that is now. Woo, that got a bit flickery. Sorry about that. When I change characters a lot, it kind of does that. Right. She wants... Oh, it closed it on me. Was it gonna... Yeah, I can't have them both open at once. Nice. Enhanced Strengthening Hammer. Oh, we don't have enough of them. That's okay. It's okay. We'll figure this out. Enhanced Reinforcing Metal Plate. Is that the same one as last time? Nope. We got that. And the last item she wants is Enhanced Agile Grinding Wheel. Stalwart. Reinforcing. Shoot, did we use all of them on the last one? Stalwart. Oh, no, yeah, we must have used them all on the last one. Enhanced Agile Grinding Wheel and Enhanced Strengthening Hammer. Alright, I think we might have some of those on alt characters though, so I'm not gonna worry too much just yet, but my warehouse is super full. I'll just take that. Actually, we'll take the Dazed Rod, why not? Alright, Enhanced Strengthening Hammer. We need 5 more. Enhanced Strengthening Hammer. Yeah, we got some. Of course, Midday has some. How many does she have? 1, so we'll set that aside for the time being. Philosophia has 5. Perfect. Good. I kind of wish that you could feed them like the partial stack and then reduce the total number needed. That would be nice. And gosh, do I love that item search. Can you imagine having to go between all of your characters to find items you know you have? Like, it was nice when they added the ability to, like, preview your other characters, but item search, oh. Only took 10 years. I'm gonna grab those. Right, and then the last one is the grinding wheels. While we're here, we're just gonna nab fragment, because I like to store my fragments on this character, and a grinding wheel. Agile. That should be enough. Oh, Athos has a bunch. Nice. The music is a little bit too intense. That's more the vibe. Holy light. Worthy, and is that going to be her last one? Yep, now she needs fragments, so she is done. We'll just kind of scope out who to do next here. I'm thinking probably going to finish it off in about 15 minutes, because there's some stuff that I gotta do today before noon. But let's see if we can't knock out one more before then. Ideally not cooking. If there's anything that's not cooking left. Cooking. 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 Oh. Oh, dispelling potions. This is what I was talking about, that I don't like doing dispelling potions. Do I have enough crescent nectar? I think you need like 2 per. That's pear flowers. I've literally got 1 crescent nectar, that's it. Oh, there's some in my warehouse. Alright, we'll see if I can make 5 dispelling potions. I really don't like those ones. If I remember correctly, you can actually plant them in your estate so that it's a bit easier to gather. I just would have needed to have thought of that, what, 4 hours ago? No, actually, no, I should have enough. That should be good. Now, for dispelling potions, you need... Summer, Shuten Doji, needs 5 of them. Yeah, you need Ancient Eidolon fragments. Those are with tokens. I gotta go for 3 and bet that we can get some duplicate. For transferring game mode X Legends, it took me 2 months to complete 118 Eidolon wishes. 2 months to do 118 is really good, Steelo. Also, hello. I have a tendency to do some for a bit and then just forget about it for like several months until I've got too much piling up. Although I really need to get a focus in on those archaeology ones, because I'm saving all of my coins for the... Hey, wait, why did it say... Oh, it needs 3 alchemical powder. I thought it was 1. I like to save my Eidolon coins for the top level one, so I should really do the archaeology, like daily checking and getting just 1 archaeology done per day or something. Where is my dispelling potion? There you are. Hey, look at that, we got enough. Wait, was she fire? No, what element was Summer shooting? Oh, very nice. Honestly, it's so satisfying when you don't have any left and then you get a new Eidolon and you can like just laser focus on the one rather than letting it build up the way that I have. Frick, I don't even remember what element she is. She's lightning. What element are you? Info. Lightning. Right, then these superior health potions. What do they take? Superior lower than that? No, it's gotta be higher. Green allspice. Can we get that at the store? Let's see. Start at the basic one. We can. That should be fine then. I was hoping it'd be move speed or something. Shoot, what else was needed for it? Psionic jar. We need 5, so we'll buy 3 again, and then volatile fluid. 5, so we'll go for 10. 15, I think. Oh, we didn't get enough. That sucks. Oh, didn't even get an extra one there. It's kind of rare. Oh, and cooking. I don't want to do more cooking. Anybody else we can knock out real quick with just some potions? Nope, and I think above here they're all done. So I think that's gonna be it, because I do have some other stuff I gotta get to today. I'll open up my skills bonus here. Earlier in the video, like quite close to the beginning, I think before we'd even turned any in, I did open it up so you can see how much it's improved if you have the gumption to go back and check. I might check myself. I might check myself later. But I think that's gonna be it for today. So thank you guys so much for stopping by and keeping me company for a bit while I knocked out some wishes. Just nice chill vibes and wishes. So wish. Hold on a second before we finish. Let's just see if we get lucky. Ah, not that lucky. But yeah, thanks so much for coming by, guys, and we'll catch you next time. I'm thinking probably next Friday. We're gonna try and do another stream. I know I seem to be alternating between Fridays and Sundays just because of the what's going on, but there should be a patch on Thursday this week, so I should be spending the weekend doing like patch prep, or maybe even or the patch video, and then the on Friday we can just have a goof off kind of stream. So we'll catch you guys next time, hopefully. Bye bye.